The design program for the Aurecon Centre involved a number of key parties. Lend-Lease as the developer in the first instance, but then also Lend-Lease in managing the construction and design program, and Lend-Lease as contractor building it. With two teams from the Aurecon side, one team looking at the base building design and a second responsible for the tenancy fit-out. There are a great many advantages to be had by working together with this team structure. Not only did it respect each of the individual parties' roles, but by working together we were able to come up with a great many better design solutions, facilitate a better understanding and support each other throughout the construction process. This brought increased efficiency and reduced time and cost.
Collaboration was paramount to the success of this project. So we had a base building team and a fit-out team who needed to work together to make sure that we could achieve all the outcomes we wanted to achieve. We had an integrated fit-out approach for the whole project, which enabled us to shorten the construction time because we were both working together to make sure our systems spoke to each other so that our designs did not overlap. So it meant that when it came to working on site, we didn't have somebody that had to go and undo work that was previously done by the base building when doing the fit-out work. So from a construction waste point of view, that was also excellent and also attributed to our sustainability goals for this project.
Our team worked closely with the Aurecon services team in achieving the result that we have here on the project. So one of the good things about Aurecon was that the structural and building services teams were able to work together, not only with us as a team, but clearly in the background they were working to resolve issues and try and provide the best answer for the project.
We also worked closely with the Aurecon services team so that our structural team could understand clearly the services requirements within the floor and the ceiling to enable us to understand where they had flexibility in those spaces. It took some clever thinking to create the space for the services while still achieving the floor to ceiling height within the overall building envelope. We optimised the structural system by incorporating an upstand thickening of the band beams over the columns, and this was located within the 450mm deep access floor. This enabled a maximising of the floor to ceiling height, which is great for tenants and still enabled sufficient room for the services within the access floor.
Our requirement as a tenant was to put an open stair through the 5 floors of the building that we occupied. But introducing an open stair brought issues with the potential spread of fire between the floors, and in particular the movement of smoke associated with a fire which might block safe escape routes. We looked at how could we make adjustments to the technology that was already going into the building and the way it would operate in a fire situation to particularly contain the smoke on the floor where that fire has occurred and minimise its spread to other floors. And it was actually a balance of what we were doing with the air conditioning system to take out the smoke on the floor that is in fire alarm, bring extra air onto the surrounding floors to, if you like, create an air cushion through that open stair opening. But also we looked at how we would design the stair itself and the handrails around it to reduce the open area to make sure that we had that positive airflow from the safe floors onto the floor that's fire affected. And in all of this, it's about how long does it take for people to vacate the building. We need to maintain tenability and safety for those people through that period of evacuation. And that's the process of fire engineering. How long is it going to take for people to evacuate the floor? How long do I need to maintain, as we call it, tenability or safety on the floor? And what are the actions that we need to do? So by bringing together some really quite simple elements, we were able to retain that open stair over the full height of the tenanted floors, which has led to a terrific outcome both in terms of the visual appearance of the space, the openness that that creates, but also the communication that it brings, where people move up and down the stair and work with each other and enjoy the totality of the tenancy rather than 5 separate tenancies, as it were.
There were certain elements of the project which certainly threw up some challenges for us. That extended everything from the structure to the intertenancy stair, which is obviously a main feature of the project, and also maximising, optimising the space we had in the subfloor and the ceilings to incorporate both the base building and the fit-out requirements, which certainly was a collaborative effort on all parts. Across all disciplines, Aurecon were very flexible and also proactive in their problem solving, and also to help us not only to build it in a quicker time frame, but also to get the best result for the project.